Hi, my name's Joe Jarvis. I'm the author of Flight Grounded and Anarchy in New England, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the novel Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Now, this is a classic dystopian, and I love dystopians. My latest novel, Flight Grounded, I would classify as a dystopian novel. It follows a firefighter named Guy Montag, but he's not a fireman like you and I would think of. He's a fireman in that he goes to people's houses who are reported for having books, and he burns the books and he burns their house down. And then the police come and arrest the person who owns the books. This is a futuristic society somewhere after the 2020s. And in it, books are illegal. People are completely tuned to their TVs, which are full walls. 3 walls of their living room are covered with TVs. And the government just programs absolute trash for the televisions and keeps them entertained to the point where they don't care about anything. They can't really talk about anything. They can hardly even describe what is really happening in these television shows that they're watching because it's such utter garbage that really has no substance. They don't talk anymore. And this all starts to get to Guy. His wife is just one of these drones like everybody else who just goes along with it. But Guy meets a girl named Clarissa, and she just plants a little seed in his head about how there might not be something right with the world, which he kind of already suspected, but she really brings it forward in him. And I don't want to give too much away, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, he's not able to talk to that character anymore. And so he starts questioning his profession, which is going to people's houses and burning their books. He ends up stealing a book. And now his boss, Beatty, suspects him of this. And his boss is a strange character. He is a little bit of a hypocrite because he can quote all these books and novels. And he seems to know a lot about literature. Yet he says that what's going to keep the people happy and what's going to keep them peaceful is not muddying their minds with literature, but just keep them happy and thoughtless, because when you start thinking, things are going to go bad. Now, does he actually believe this? Ray Bradbury suggests at one point in Fahrenheit 451 that maybe Beatty essentially wanted to die. He didn't even want to exist in this world, and his antagonism of Guy Montag might even be related to that, more so than his actual dedication to his profession. I have a few interesting quotes that I wanted to read from this. One of them is a character named Faber, who Guy Montag finds, and Faber's like an old professor, and Guy Montag finds him because he needs somebody to talk to. He can't handle this monotony of or not even monotony, just the way that the society is structured, how nobody really thinks, and everybody's just okay with letting these books be burned. And Faber's a little bit different. So one thing that Faber says is, don't ask for guarantees, and don't look to be saved in any one thing, person, machine, or library. Do your own bit of saving, and if you drown, at least die knowing you were headed for the shore. I really liked that line. Another line that I liked a little bit later in the book, and this is towards the end after the climax, and I don't want to give too much away, but you could probably guess it's a dystopian novel, so things don't all go great. And Guy does something with his internal strife that he's feeling not a part of the society and thinking that something has to change. So this is a different character that he's found who says this to him towards the end. Ask no guarantees. Ask for no security. There never was such an animal. And if there were, it would be related to the great sloth, which hangs upside down in a tree all day, every day, sleeping its life away. To hell with that, he said, shake the tree and knock the great sloth down on his ass. Those were just a couple of lines that stood out. They don't really give anything away, but it can give you a kind of idea of the philosophy that Ray Bradbury is trying to get across in this book. Again, it's a great dystopian, turns things upside down. I'm going to give Fahrenheit 451 4 out of 5 stars. Again, I loved it. Classic dystopian, right up there with 1984 and A Clockwork Orange. The only thing that I noticed was some of the exposition, some of the dialogue was a little bit forced, a little bit theatrical. I think Ray Bradbury was really trying to get across more philosophy and less of the plot. Philosophy is important, don't get me wrong, but you definitely want to do that in a subtle way. Can't criticize him too hard. I've done the same thing. I know it's really hard, and you want to get those pieces about the philosophy in there. But again, excellent book. I recommend it for anybody, especially if you're into dystopians and haven't read Fahrenheit 451 yet. Go get it. Again, I'm Joe Jarvis, author of Anarchy in New England and Flight Grounded. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on my with email, and you'll be updated anytime a new novel is coming out. You'll get excerpts from my old novels, and you'll get excerpts from future novels before they are released. And check out joejarvis.me for my nonfiction writings as well. Thanks.